The answer is no.
South Korean lawmaker Chung Moo-jun, the son of the founder of Hyundai, believes his country can no longer sit on its hands watching its belligerent neighbour develop nuclear weapons. He says it's time for South Korea to have its own nuclear arsenal.
Well, the nuclear deterrence can be the only answer. We have to have nuclear capability.
And it would appear South Koreans tend to agree. Recent polls show that 2/3 of citizens surveyed support the idea, especially in the wake of North Korea's third nuclear test carried out last month. Back in 1991, South Korea voluntarily gave up its nuclear deterrence after signing a denuclearization agreement with Pyongyang, which saw the US remove its nuclear tactical weapons from the country. The US remains South Korea's ultimate insurance policy by falling under its nuclear umbrella. There are also 28,000 American troops stationed in the country, a sign of commitment to its ally. But conservatives believe Seoul needs to position itself the same way Israel has against its nuclear enemy, Iran.
In Iran or in the Middle East situation, we know the existence of Israel is a huge deterrent to any power, any country in the region trying to or wishing to go nuclear, right? Because we know that the Israelis have a proven record of retaliating or preemptively striking.
While there are concerns that a nuclear-armed South Korea could damage its economy and affect relations with its neighbours and its key ally, the United States, Mr. Jung and his supporters believe that may be the price they have to pay to ensure denuclearization on the Korean peninsula. Regardless of whether or not South Korea goes down the nuclear route, the government under new President Park Geun-hye says if there is any military provocation from Pyongyang, it will retaliate with destructive force. Anna Corin, CNN, Seoul.
We'll now take our second break. Stay tuned.
KGI Fashion Shop ca Standard Chartered House nekk ci traffic light Canaba Avenue di leen indil li nga xam ne mooy latest ci fashion rawatina pour jongo may ladies lingerie yang fa dresses ak tops yang fa ba tey fashion jewelry am nañ fa ladies shoes ak seen matching bags am nañ fa mesh yi am nañ wigs ba tey am nañ coats ak blazers lii yëpp pour jongo may ba tey am nañ incense maanaam cuuraay yu neex xeet lool ba tey am nañ fa curtains maanaam ay rideau pour seen néeg yi fàttewuñ góor yi men shirts ak trousers yang fa ak yeneen fashion yu bari KGI Fashion Shop mbir bi yomba lool dem leen KGI Fashion Shop.
Welcome back. It's now time for the sports news with Fatou Jassi.
Thank you very much, Fatou Sanisizia. Rafael Nadal is taking a break from tournament tennis, but not before proving that he is still a force to be reckoned with. CNN's Alex Thomas explains these and other sports stories in this roundup.
He always was. That was Juan Martín del Potro's verdict on Rafa Nadal after he failed to prevent the Spaniard from claiming his third tennis title in 4 tournaments since returning from injury. When Nadal made that comeback last month, some doubted if he'd ever get back to his best, but the 11-time Grand Slam champion was unbeatable in California over the last week at the BNP Paribas event. In Sunday's final, Nadal lost the opening set, but won the next 2 to claim a record 22nd ATP Masters title. He'll now take a month off before the clay court season begins. Star player LeBron James says the Miami Heat is a special team after they continue to rewrite basketball's record books with a 22nd successive victory. The reigning NBA MVP is having arguably the best season of his career. 22 points and 12 rebounds against Toronto on Sunday night was LeBron's 32nd double-double of this campaign. He's not done that before. Dwayne Wade added 24 points as the Heat pulled away in the final quarter. That was after the Raptors had clawed back a 16-point deficit and threatened a comeback at one stage. Ray Allen was the Heat's other notable performer with 20 points off the bench, and after a 108-91 win, Miami can go second on the list of all-time winning streaks by beating Boston later on Monday.
Special team, special ride right now that we're on, and you know, I think the best thing about it is we're doing it together. We're doing it for one another, and just want to try to keep it going. You know, and it's not about the streak; it's about us getting better each and every day. preparing to win each and every night, and we've been able to be fortunate to do that.
Well, we respect that it's a special accomplishment. We're aware of it, but as we prepare, it's one game after another, and we lost sight of the process a little bit 2 months ago, and we focused on just trying to improve. And from there, working each game and competing and trying to take our game to another level.
Well, that's all in sports. Back to you, Fatou Sane.
Thank you, and it's now time for the weather report from the Central Forecast Office.
The source assures us of a continuous flow, and from there, everything follows. And for those of us who know what the River Gambia stands for, understanding its sustainability in all aspects of life is easily confirmed. The River Gambia provides nutritious delicacies as food, while it provides its wildlife a balanced ecosystem. This river, as a sanctuary, is committed to its inhabitants' needs without ceasing. And as you travel along, all these values are replicated in one company, Elton, just like the River Gambia, leads in its commitment to values that matter most. Elton, championing the vision for a new generation.
Good evening and welcome to the weather segment, beginning with a summary of the weather during the day today, followed by our forecast. The Gambia this afternoon was mainly warm and sunny. And for our forecast tonight, we are expecting conditions over the inland areas to be warm during the early part of the night, becoming mild towards dawn. The western sector will be fairly cool during the period. And tomorrow morning will be fairly cool, becoming warm and sunny thereafter. Winds will continue to be northwestern orientation, but generally light to moderate in speed. And morning temperature values will be 16 degrees Celsius over Banjul. We are expecting 17 degrees Celsius over Yindum. Kerawan Sibano will be 18 degrees Celsius. Guinea will record 19 degrees Celsius as well as Kaur. And the rest of the country will be either 20 or 22 degrees Celsius tomorrow morning. Top temperatures will be 32 degrees Celsius over Banjul. We are expecting 33 degrees Celsius over Yindum. Kerawan Sibanor will record 38 degrees Celsius. Guinea will be 39 as well as Kaur. And Sapo will record 38 degrees Celsius. The rest of the Gambia will be mainly 40 degrees Celsius tomorrow afternoon. We are expecting low tides of 0.6 meters at 8:34 a.m. and 0.7 meters at 9:22 p.m. High tides will be 1.3 meters at 2:26 a.m. and 1.4 meters at 9 minutes past 3 in the afternoon. The sun will rise at 11 minutes past 7 o'clock and will set at 19:17. That does the forecast tonight. We thank you and have a very pleasant evening. Good night.
Thank you, Yasin. And before we go, a reminder of our headlines. President Jammeh has urged WAEC's highest policy-making body to look deep into the issue of discipline, citing its effects on the development of the education sector in West Africa. Gambia Bureau of Statistics gears up for the fast-approaching population and housing sessions slated for April this year with a 6-day training for trainers. Interim Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has accused the United States of seeking to plunge his country into chaos. And North Korea has conducted another nuclear test, the third such test despite a new wave of sanctions targeting Pyongyang's financial sector. That's it for the news. Thanks for watching and join us at 10 for another bulletin.